Well guys, I'll give you a tour better later, but check what we got. Ooh. There's the baby, there's the baby. We're on vacation. What's up guys, welcome to the channel. Wolf Rider here, and Miss Wolf Rider, as she was called at one time. Miss Ashley. This is your boy Louise. Welcome back to the channel guys. If you are back, if it's your first time, welcome to the channel. Make sure to subscribe, hit that like button if you like the content being shared on the channel. And if you're back, welcome back guys. Hope you guys have been doing all right. I know it's been a minute. This last couple of months I've been sporadically just putting a couple of videos here and there. Did one live in between, but I kind of shared a little bit of that the last time. Was not feeling well at first, and yeah, as you can see, Miss Wolf Rider is here. Miss Ashley is back. Everybody's back together. Miss Nyla's down there in the middle. We're back together. We were on vacation. If you just follow me on IG, you definitely saw some of that, a lot of that. And I got plenty more. We definitely got plenty more. So we're back in the truck, already have a load. We are actually in Alabama. I picked this up the day after I arrived, a day early from when we were planning to actually come back to the truck. But why was that? I will tell you at the end, towards the end of this video, so you just stick around so you know why. A little bit of actually important news that I need to give to you guys as well, of what's happening right now with this load. And what's happening this tomorrow, but you guys got to stay tuned to the end. But until we get there, just want to share a little bit with you guys. Some of you guys are wondering where we're going. You may not follow me on IG. You may just kind of wonder or open this video just checking my channel out. This is definitely a kind of an update video on the trucking part. We picked up a load. We're in Alabama again. We're delivering this, and then I'll be heading out to the Birmingham terminal from here. And you'll know a little bit more. Stay tuned. But for now, let me give you a quick little recap of our 2-week vacation, pretty much, at least officially 2-week vacation. But for her, she was off the truck for what, almost 2 months? Almost 2 months off the truck. It was painful. It was painful, which is probably why I got sick. She left, I got sick, I had no energy. I couldn't edit. My body was like, no, you need to rest, you need to catch up some energy. But we made it through it. It was awesome having her back. It's been awesome having her back. And you guys got your significant others know how that feels. So that was a long time. But we enjoy vacation guys. But before further ado, I just wanted to give you a little bit of clip of video of everything that I've recorded. And it's just real quick. I got more that I could probably share with you guys, but I'm not going to inundate you with that information. So, but anyway, further ado guys, here's a little bit of our 2-week vacation. Just to kind of clarify, well, first week was here in Texas, in Dallas, with my family hanging out, and then the second week was, you guys can see it. That's my cousin, guys. That's my cousin. It's time to fly. And she's coming with us too, but she's flying later. So she's flying later. She's coming later. She's coming later.
See you soon.
but check what we got. Ooh. There's the baby. There's the baby. We're on vacation. Where are we at? I haven't told you yet. I'll tell you on daylight. Here we are. Where are we? Do you want to tell me yet? I'll tell you tomorrow morning. We're getting on the road. Vacation day 1. Puppy likes to clean. Walk down. This is vacation, guys. We're having a great time. Where are you going?
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to take a picture while
She's trying to take pictures. We're gonna have lots of pictures, so we're having a good time. By this time, you guys already know where I'm at. You guys saw the plaza. Yeah, we're in Puerto Rico. Been planning this for several months. And tonight we're having a get-together for my cousin's birthday party, which is one of the reasons we are here. We're all together on Airbnb, so you guys get to see that. And I know I'm not showing you a whole lot, so if you ever want to come out here, hit me up. I'll tell you where to go and what good places. If you've never been to the island, but it's beautiful, even with the COVID thing on wearing your mask everywhere. They're closing early right now, but we're making the best out of it. And during the day is the most beautiful part, so we can party at the house. Right? Yeah, and beach time tomorrow afternoon, and all day Monday before we leave.
right now.
Right now, beach. Sorry. Bye. So I hope you guys like that. That's a quick little preview, not preview, what's it called? Review? Backstory. I don't even know the words right now. I have other thoughts in my head that I want to share with you guys. But I hope you enjoy that. That's a recap. That's what I was looking for. A recap, just like we run recaps, right? But just a little recap of what happened. We definitely enjoyed Puerto Rico. Baby, did you enjoy Puerto Rico?
I love Puerto Rico. We're going back very soon.
Yeah, we're definitely going back very soon. I had not visited Puerto Rico in give or take 12, 13 years probably since the last time I went. A few years, last few years more. I exactly don't remember, but it's definitely been over 10 years since I've been back to Puerto Rico. So that was pretty awesome to go back. But this time, big difference other than having my love with me was the fact that it was the first time that I got to actually have a vacation, actually travel, drive around, be able to show her around. Of course, it was awesome, but was able to see a couple of people that I really love, kind of my second grandma, which who knows if I'll get to see her again, but she's turning 86 years old. Time flies. Got to see some neighbors, family, friends that actually saw me growing up. It was cool. We did that one day, but as you can see, Puerto Rico is definitely beautiful. Even with the COVID, we had restrictions. The only restriction pretty much was a little bit of headache is, you know, they had the curfew going on as far as shutting everything down early. So that was a little bit of a hassle to be able to enjoy like the nightlife part of things. But we're not very like club going or whatever type of people.
Especially when we had a mansion to sleep in.
Yeah.
You just go to the house.
Yeah, just kind of see the Airbnb it was not just us. It was my cousin's 30th birthday. It's her birthday, so we a couple of cousins, we kind of just got together. When I was here in Dallas one time, she invited what her plans were. We jumped into with the plans, and it actually worked out pretty cool and awesome. So we got a big Airbnb together in a very nice part of Luquillo, Puerto Rico. You can go search that out. It was real nice. Definitely plenty of room, so we wanted to enjoy some of that. But we had some adventures, and we made sure to have some fun, some things that I wanted to take her around, and we drove around different parts of the island. We definitely didn't get to see everything you have to see or able to see in Puerto Rico. There is a lot to see out there. There's a lot to enjoy, and I'm going to share with you guys one tip that I tell everybody that ever asks me about going to Puerto Rico. If you go, don't stay in the tourist area of San Juan. Try to stay on the outside. You can, you know, either on the East Coast or on the West Coast, which on the West Coast a lot of people don't go because they see that it's far from the airport. There is an island, guys. We are truck drivers. For us specifically, we drive a lot. You can drive from one side to the island to the other in 2 to 4 hours max, depending where you're going and what route you're taking. There are a lot of mountain highway stills the GPS can take you, and those take a little bit of time to get used to. Is a lot of just twisties with almost, where almost one vehicle can go through, and there's trucks that go through there, UPS trucks, delivery trucks. That was pretty cool. But I would definitely recommend that you either rent a small car if you're trying to be economical, or definitely rent a Jeep. Jeep. That was a perfect car to rent. I wanted to rent that car because we wanted to test it out and see if it's something that I want to buy in the future, and I wanted to test it out. So definitely that is a go, and we got thumbs up for that. But if you go, I suggest definitely get a Jeep, because you'll understand why. You'll enjoy it. But it's a lot of fun going over there. But that's kind of my tourist sale to you guys to go to Puerto Rico. But we had a lot of fun. It was much needed after a year and a half being on the road.
Yeah.
Definitely was needed. Definitely loved it, and we are, like Ashley said, we are definitely planning to go back soon. But now to the news. Some of you guys are waiting to the news that I said right at the beginning. There's some news. So like I said, we got back on Tuesday night, and that was Tuesday the 27th. Yeah, this last Tuesday. Today's actually Thursday the 29th. We actually got back Tuesday night around 10 p.m. And we picked up the slow Wednesday at 2 o'clock. My original plan, we were not coming back on duty until actually today, this morning. That was our original plan, to have Wednesday kind of relax with my family, at least, during the day, and then come back to the truck in the afternoon, evening, get ready to get back on the road, get back to work. But there's also a second part to that news, and that is, guys, that this is our last load with Melton Truck Lines. So
It's just so weird to say that.
yeah, it feels so weird to say that. Super. I don't even know how it comes out, but this is my last load, our last load, my last load with Melton. We're moving on. I deliver this tomorrow morning. We are just 2 minutes away from the receiver, and an hour away from where everything started, where I got my first truck, which was Birmingham, here in Alabama, and that's where I'm dropping this truck off. I asked actually to drop it off here, not for sentimental value, but because where I'm going, the orientation starting next Monday is in Nashville, so we have a rent-a-car reserve to drive to Nashville tomorrow afternoon, and we'll spend the weekend in a hotel over there and start orientation at the new place, which I will not be disclosing on this video, but in a future video at this point, because there's some details that I have to confirm and all that. Not about the job, I got it, everything's taken care of, but I don't want to spill everything out on this video. So you got to stay tuned if you want to know the changes and why. I'll tell you why, a little bit of the why right now in a few seconds, but has nothing to do against Melton whatsoever. We definitely loved it here. As a driver, I loved it here. You can watch the history, and as I've said in every single video, I will recommend for you guys, if you're coming into the industry, if you want to come to Flatbed, especially if you want to test out Flatbed, have a good paying job and a good start to your career path, Melton, I will always recommend it, and I stand by every word that I've said till today. I'll definitely stand by it. Plain and simple. We had our good days, our not so good days as far as work, or very little miscommunications, right? I mean, very little. Not that didn't happen, but there was very little, in my opinion.
That's probably my biggest complaint.
Yeah, some places. I mean, we had some times where we wanted, certain communication back, and it just didn't happen. So it made those days a little very frustrating. But in general, overall it was fine. You definitely get your experience, and if this is a place for you to continue your career, that's you guys' choice to do. But at least in my opinion, and as many other drivers may have said, there's nothing really bad about Melton overall when you compare it to a lot of other companies. No company's perfect. None of us are perfect. Melton's definitely not perfect. but it's definitely a great company to come on and to at least start with if that's what you're looking for. So you'll get the experience, OTR, everything that they say they have done. At least what I've said, I've confirmed they have done. The pay, is there. You have some good time. Winter, it can get rough. I've shared that in a couple of last videos during winter. So save your money. If it's a good time to start because you get through winter with a trainer if you can, and you get that training pay in the process, get your experience and get going. You get your mileage, you get your rates. Like I should say, probably communication is our biggest fuss. Probably could be that once in a while, you would prefer to know where you're going, and these are things that Melton knows is aware of it. They have done some things to try to change that. It hasn't fully come to effect as I'm talking about now, and this is April 29, 2021, just in case you're watching this later on. About giving us more information on pre-trip, on the next load. Sometimes I got probably 2 or 3 of those as they were talking to work to change that a little bit, but not knowing where we're going next. In our case, it wasn't a big deal because we live in a truck, and we knew we were going to stay out in a truck. But maybe if you're somebody who trying to go home so often, that could be an aggravation here and there when you would like to know when you're going next. So you have to be very proactive with them. So if anything I tell you, you got to be very proactive with them and communicating, not waiting for them to communicate with you, but you communicating with the office, with your DM, and they'll communicate back with you. I have, with that said, Tiffany, if you have watched this video, shout out Fleet 17, Tiffany, she did great. Paul, my first DM, I said before, he's no longer with the company, but Tiffany, thank you for everything. Love the way she communicated with us, and with me as a company driver. She was pretty much on point, got my questions answered. So in that sense, it's all gravy. So again, I really have nothing bad to say. The reason we are finishing this week now, and I had to get this load a day earlier though, I originally gave my notice before I left Puerto Rico, and I wasn't planning to finish till next week. So I was planning to stay here 1 extra week, give them almost a 14-day notice, and not full 14 days, but pretty close by. It is the nature of the business, and in my opinion, I gave you more than 2 business weeks. So that was our plan. But when we were boarding our second plane, our connection plane, I got a message. The only message that I got was that, hey, we got this load going out of Dallas, because that's where I was parked, that goes into Alabama, just north of the Birmingham terminal. We can give you this load, and we can send you, go empty to Birmingham and turn in your truck this week. So basically, I got told, however you want to put it, to just finish early this week rather than next week. It was very surprising. I wasn't 100% super happy with the way that happened, because I didn't get an email back, I didn't get a phone call, I didn't get anything throughout the day. I just got that when I landed in between planes. So it was kind of rough to kind of rush. Luckily, my next employer where I'm working through, I'll explain that again in another different video, they were flexible enough. They actually emailed me back late at night, because it was like 7 at night when we were in Houston. It was about 7. Yeah, it was 7 when we were doing our flight connection from Houston to Dallas. Sent a quick email and kind of updating the recruiter from the other company what was going on, and if I could start this week rather than the following week. And he actually responded very quickly, so that was good, even though he was home. Yeah. So definitely appreciate that. The next key of that is that we had to find a car. Right now, if you guys haven't rented a car lately, there is a scarce availability of rental cars available right now due to the consequences of the pandemic and car manufacturing shutting down last year. And rental cars right now have a shortage of cars, unless a lot of companies, unless you're renting for about a week, they tell you even on the website that they don't have any cars, that they're sold out. And it's not really they're sold out, their fleet is very minimum what they have available, because they're whatever selling the cars that they have to sell at the mileage that they have to sell it, so they have a very little amount of fleet available. So that's an issue. That's definitely a big issue happening in rental-car industry right now. Not having the new models of cars that would have been available right now for rental cars to use, companies to use. I was able to reserve a vehicle through Hertz on Priceline, so I am still going to call them tomorrow morning and make sure that's all good and gravy, but it should be on that. So just a heads up, if you're planning to go on vacation anytime soon, rental cars are a scarcity, so make sure that they're available. Yeah, and you speak out loud. And you're trying to whisper.
No.
She's trying to whisper like I'm doing the video and she's not right there. You guys can't see her. Your plane can see her right there. But they are expensive. If you're trying to rent for one day, there is not the $60. You're gonna pay a couple $100. Like for this car, basically it's $200 just to rent it for 24 hours. So it is pricey. If you rent it for 3 days, it's cheaper. If you rent it for the week, it's cheaper. But if you're just needing it to rent for one day, you're gonna pay $200 to $300 as of right now. So if you need a rental car, make sure you double check. But yeah, guys, this is my last load. Tomorrow we turn this in. We're gonna clean out the truck real good. So that's gonna take a few hours, and then we'll be on our way to our new home. And again, I'll tell you where I'm going in a future video, not in this one. But again, nothing against Melton. That's why I posted my 1-year review a little bit late. Kind of works out. You guys can check that out. My feelings are still there. I still recommend it. If you have got any questions for the ones who follow me on IG or have any questions, for you guys to follow me here. If you've come to Melton through this channel, we can still hook up. We can still link up, stay in communication. We're on the road. We can see each other anytime. So you never know what's gonna happen. But if one thing is said, I've said it in different videos throughout the year, is that we have a plan. You have to come out here with a plan, because if you don't come with a plan, you're just gonna be like a rolling ball bouncing everywhere. So you got to come to this industry with a plan of what you want to do. And in a long story short, that's exactly what we're doing. You know, I didn't necessarily plan it from day one that, you know, May 2021 we were gonna be gone or we're gonna leave Melton. No, we didn't plan it to the, you know, to that. We don't see the future like that. But the chips fell in the right position. Did a lot of research, a lot of talk, a lot of networking throughout this year and a half in the things that I needed to do, or possibilities of what we could do to make our dreams and our plan, you know, a reality. And that's what we're working towards of. So like any decision is a nerve-wracking. Like coming to trucking, you know, you have your nerves, you know, taking your test, you have your nerves, but you also optimism and all that, and you have faith that things are going to work out. And that's all that we can do. That's all you can do. It's just have faith in yourself, have faith that your plan is going to be executed as needed. And it's not really that, you know, if you plan to do it in 1 month and didn't do it and it took you 6 months to get it done, that's not really the big deal. Don't focus on the fact that it took you a little bit longer to accomplish your plan. The goal is that you do accomplish the plan and you don't quit. And so we made some adjustments. This is maybe it came in a little bit earlier than we planned.
We are ahead of schedule.
Yeah, we're a little bit ahead of schedule. I know we did talk about from the beginning that we were going to be in Melton. We said 2 to 3 years. Yeah, that was my original plan, 2 to 3 years. I know I never actually told you guys that because I didn't know what was going on, but that's my original plan. I had a plan, 2 to 3 years to be with Melton, to kind of gain a real sense of experience of what's going on. And it's not that we haven't, you know, the trucking industry, if you network, you know, like I've networked with Jorge Navarro, I've networked with Chris, you guys follow their channel, I've networked with other people, I've seen other YouTubers, other truck drivers, and I've reached out to them. They reached back. I've spoken to a lot of you guys as well with a lot of experience. I have a close circle. I talked to different companies, and after, you know, we got close to our year, and afterwards I got a lot of recommendations that just popped up. I asked questions, you know, social media, everything. I'm one that's why you do YouTube, because I like to put out information out, my experience the way it is, but at the same time I like to network with people that's been there, done that, and, you know, take a little bit of their information that I can confirm that it's truth. Not saying that everybody lies, but there's always a little bit of perspective difference between one person and another. So we just confirm as best as we can, and then we make decisions accordingly. But the plan has always been that we were going to be here for a period of time, and then I'm moving towards the goal, which I'll tell you coming forward. See, I almost spelled it. I almost spelled it. So you guys might think know what it is, but yeah. So just have a plan. So all I wanted to say, just being honest, just have a plan when you come out here and execute that plan. And like I said, things can change. Maybe it'll take you shorter than what it took me to accomplish your plan. Maybe it take you a year, 2 years. You know, we have a short-term goal, and it's kind of part of what we work in right now, and then we have a long-term goals that we want to accomplish, and this is part of it. So fingers crossed everything works out. I think it is. I have people that are in the company that I'm going in that I've met before they actually started as well. So I have a lot of confirmation in the information that I was given, not from like a company or a recruiter, but from an actual drivers that are doing it. And I have paper proof and picture proof. Sorry, it's a phone call. I'm calling back. That's my Carmencita from Puerto Rico. So but anyway guys, let me answer this and I'll answer back the long distance call.